if there's one thing we all know from this wonderful experience is that Elon Musk is the most jobless man in America. There is no better indication that Elon Musk is once again proving to all with eyes to see that billionaires don't do dick. Okay.
Elect Donald Trump.
All right, let's get to the H-1B visa saga once again.
Supporters has exposed what's being called a MAGA civil war. Trump's tech allies, like billionaire Elon Musk and his longtime base, are deeply divided over visas for highly skilled immigrant workers. The feud exposes cracks in the MAGA camp between the converts in Silicon Valley and the loyalists on Capitol Hill. And it's a preview for possible challenges ahead over a signature issue of the president-elect's campaign, immigration. Torian Small joins us live from West Palm Beach with more. Torian, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Dana. This drama started before Christmas. Far-right figures like Laura Loomer took aim at some in Trump's circle, especially India-born Sriram Krishnan, Trump's top AI advisor, for suggesting the U.S. remove caps on issuing green cards and H-1B visas to high-skilled foreign workers.
First, there was a post, Vivek Ramaswamy on X on Thursday. Quote, a culture that celebrates.
I'm going to be controversial here. I have a controversial take. You know how there's that Adrian account and everyone says that that's like Elon's alt account and he talks about Elon in the third person. I don't think Adrian Dittman is Elon. I don't think it's him. I think it's like an incredibly almost stalkerish fan who has like basically changed his like speech patterns in a way to try and sound like Elon Musk.
Celebrates the prom queen over the math Olympiad champ or the jock over the valedictorian.
No, I've listened to a lot of his debates. I've listened to a lot of his like debates. I've listened to a lot of stuff that he's talked about, that he's like done, including the last space that went viral. It's like he does talk about Elon in the third person and then switches into the first person quite a bit, but I think that's because of the mania of the individual. I want to believe that it definitely is Elon.
Enough, some elements of the extreme legacy MAGA movement will have to deal with it as well, because that's how it is. And don't hate the big tech bros, because out of all of them, Elon is the only one that's giving all of these crackheads a voice. I want you to try and pull that shit on Facebook and see how long you last. You ungrateful. Seriously.
Like, I mean, that sounds so much like Elon, but I don't know. I feel like when something is too good to be true, I often have a hard time believing that it is the case, you know? It sounds like a voice changer. No, I think it is definitely. It's him. Everyone knows it's Elon. Elon doesn't deny it.
You keep crying censorship this, censorship that. You're not censored. Your takes just suck. Get over it and get over yourselves. Honestly. I'm not an enemy of anyone, but if you hate me for saying this, so be it. I don't care. I'm part of what's new.
Yeah, I'm part of what's near is like he regularly switches in and out of third person when referring to Elon and then first person. This is the greatest. Okay, honestly, drop everything and do a deep dive. Okay, this is the greatest. Oh, I can't really here. This is him talking to Divorcelli.
Talk to you about the nature of inflammatory rhetoric if we're not able to dive into the political issues that are underlying all of the rhetoric itself. So it's hard.
Yeah, we can definitely talk about rocket fuel in the sense, right? Your kind of rocket fuel is solid here, but it also is the wrong type of rocket fuel for the rocket that you want to run. It's actually an inferior version of that same rocket fuel that I'm using right now, which is actually also liquid.
Yeah, but I disagree that it's inferior. I think
like rocket fuel that I'm using right now, that's Elon, right? Like this is what people point to say like this is definitely Elon Musk. And to be fair, Elon Musk is definitely narcissistic enough and stupid enough to debate Divorcelli and many other like even Groyper accounts online in Twitter Spaces. He is that jobless for sure and that thin-skinned But having said that, I think there's a lot of evidence to point that this is Elon Musk. Okay? But, and this is the reason why this is a controversial opinion that I have, that I think it's not actually Elon Musk. Ironically enough, Adrian Dittman stutters infinitely less and seems more coherent than Elon Musk. When you hear Elon Musk speak on the news or in an extended format where he's being interviewed, and contentious, non-contentious, doesn't matter, okay? He is not as well put together as the way that Adrian Dittman speaks. That is the only reason why I think it's maybe not Elon Musk. The vocal fry doesn't match Elon at all. No, I just like either he, when he is not in front of a camera, he's just feeling himself a lot better. So he just like is capable of presenting himself in a more coherent fashion. Maybe he's just like using a different drug cocktail when he's behaving like an internet troll under the Adrian Dittman pseudonym. I don't know. But when he is in front of cameras and speaking, oh, wow, this is the number one after Megaphonics. Evan Loves Worf is the number 2 Elon simp online. And even he has a similar opinion. Look, again, I know it's extremely unpopular, but you can just listen to this recording of Adrian Dittman and see pretty plainly that is not Elon. Their voices are similar, but Elon does not sound like this at all.
To the United States of America.
I have literally just stated to you exactly what I've contributed, but your inability to receive this makes me believe that you are perhaps
okay. He's using a voice changer.
a retard.
I haven't.
Never mind. This is like when he's using a voice changer. That's what he sounds like on ketamine. He's probably too nervous to be on ketamine on camera. I have a stutter stammer, and you don't just get to turn it on and off. It's probably not Elon. Anyone could do vocal fry if you listen to enough old Kim Kardashian clips.
Haven't heard it.
I mean, this is probably a meme, but this is a voice changer that he's using. But even then, I'm telling you, it's 1,000,000% Elon. Nobody has that unique accent. I don't think Evan is an Elon simp, dude. He's constantly shitting on him. No, I'm memeing. Evan is a... I like to call Elon haters Elon simps because they hyper-focus on everything that Elon does. And Megaphonics, Wifeophonics, it was the number 1 Elon simp turned into an Elon hater. And he would always tell me, he would always be the first to come in here in the chat for the longest time to be like, hey, Elon farted today. Have you seen it? And he would just like send me irrelevant shit that Elon has done. And at a certain point, I was like, come on, dude, you got to stop sending me Elon shit. And then he stopped sending me Elon shit directly and instead started sending me Evan's Elon shit because Evan is also an Elon tracker. He used Evan as basically a way to diffuse the personal responsibilities that he has for being the number 1 Elon guy. They've literally talked. They're not the same person. I don't know if that's good enough to claim that it's not Elon, but
yeah, this is part 2. You've met me at least 3 times. You're about to die of laughter, aren't you? Yeah, it's me again.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is part 3. I swear, there's nothing. Honestly, there's nothing better than to hear you laugh this much. Like, I can only imagine the kind of stress you're under.
So funny.
Yeah, dude. For the past couple of weeks, I basically. Oh god, I can't do this.
This is too much.
It's so,
oh my god.
Look, there's 8 billion people on Earth, so
Yes.
odds are there's someone who sounds like you somewhere, and you are that person.
Yes. It gets worse. It gets worse. It gets so much worse. It gets so much worse.
I can't honestly. I don't believe you're not me.
Yeah, that's a theory.
You are
That's a
me.
theory. People think I'm legitimately your clone. There's been theories that I'm one of your Neuralink experiments. Can you like clarify that I'm not one of your Neuralink experiments, or maybe I am and I wouldn't realize it? Because that shit's vast.
bro, I can't even tell who is talking. The entire time I thought it was Elon Musk talking, like, oh, I can't tell. Am I a Neuralink clone of you? And only after context that I realized that it was actually Adrian talking. I'm telling you, right? Okay, this is only convincing me that Adrian is Elon. Never mind. I'm back. I'm back on the Adrian is Elon train, dude. I'm back on it. Spectrograph analysis of Adrian laughing during a speech compared to Elon Musk's laugh from another interview. It's 100% a match with 3.62 voice frequency modulation. What the f is this? No, that was... Wait, what? What is happening, dude? It's so obviously him. Like, it's the exact kind of unfunny, not joke Elon would make. Are you Neuralink TM trademark clone of me? Haha. Lemao. As if there haven't been impersonations done of every famous person since the beginning of time. Ditterman had a long discussion with XUC, and Ditterman said he watched a lot of X. Can't be Elon. I think a lot of you... dude, Drake was with Aiden Ross talking about how much he watches Plaque Boy Max, okay? Yeah, no, I don't think it's that crazy to assume that people... If anything, Elon Musk has a lot of free time, okay? It's not shocking if he's like watching a lot of Twitch streamers. That only reaffirms the suspicion that Adrian is Elon Musk. Chat analyzing this like the Zapruder film. Yeah, I mean, this is the most important thing. Check my message. Remember when Elon pretended to be a child? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was weird. He does a lot of weird shit, man. He's a weird ass dude. He really is a goddamn weirdo, dude. Also, he's autistic. So, yes, very high likelihood that he watches Twitch streamers. Like, that in and of itself is enough. That's proof in the pudding right there. There's way more audio of him arguing with Laura Loomer. It's for sure Elon. Find the whole thing. Send me a clip and we'll watch it. 100% he sets this up so it seems like it wasn't him. How much you want to bet he knows about you? I mean, I've had Grimes on my stream. I'm sure he knows who the f I am.
How are your monkeys?
Well,
how are your monkeys? I don't know. How's your test subject?
No, the weird thing is you even ask questions in the way that I would ask questions.
Autism.
And your sense of humor is quite similar sense of humor. It's eerie.
Yeah, I know. I still remember the first time. God. Oh God. I still remember the first time. I still remember the first time when the first time I found out about you was actually in early 2016. This is when I watched SpaceX rocket engine experimentations on YouTube. I was like, man, this is...
Bro, Adrian sounds more like Elon than Elon does in this conversation. Like, it sounds... Whenever he speaks, whenever Adrian, not Elon, speaks, I always assume that it's Elon speaking. I can see that. It's not, he has a German accent. No, dude, he doesn't have a German accent. He's a South African, like, he has a very specific, not even like a normal South African accent. It's a South African accent that you develop over the course of many years of living in America with a decent amount of autism.
The coolest shit I've ever seen. It's going to be next all day. And a significant other actually showed me a video clip of you and said, hey, bro, this guy sounds like an older version of you. I'm like, what are you talking about? Here, this guy, look at him. He's talking about hydrogen. What do you mean he's talking about hydrogen? I listened to this and I was like, what the f is going on? So this is the first time I realized that something's not quite right with this world. Probably is like a...
I am not capable of...
That's right, because you didn't use X in order to do this, and that's why I'm asking you to do the same thing with this thing that you have here, because you just word for word said that you have a screenshot of that exact post, because the screenshot of the post was with...
This is so weird, dude. This is so weird. Any chatter saying they sound different was probably Elon. Yeah.
Within the place of where they... Do you see how you're digging your own grave here? You're like one of those cars, and they don't put like the pieces of wood there so that it doesn't get itself dug into the mud more, but you just keep driving and driving and driving. It gets deeper and deeper and deeper.
Anyone have any idea about which?
I am not capable of setting.
That's right.
Elon just has that literal equivalent of a posh British accent. The accent from South Africa most people associate with is people who aren't generationally rich. It's most certainly Elon. I mean, listen to this shit.
It was like this. You had the Conservatives OG accounts. They were also involved in various other things, which are kind of strange. But there were people on there who are quite the hard-headed bunch, to say the least. Anyways, some of the people, even I know myself, who I think are kind of all right. So they really got to mix up everybody, really. So, anyways, they had that. Laura Loomer decides to launch an attack on. God, I forgot his name. What's wrong with me? I need some coffee. Shriram, sorry. Yeah, so she decided to like launch an attack against Shriram, and in doing so, she decided, hey, let's highlight the fact that this guy is actually not pro anything that we are in terms of movement, the OG MAGA, because and then highlight under the context, at least that's what she told us after the fact, that Donald Trump promised in 2016 that the H-1B thing would be just eliminated virtually or just limited.
I'm telling you, it's like it quite literally is someone who is more coherent than Elon, which is why I originally assumed he was an impersonator. Elon Musk is never able to like string together sentences with this level of coherence. That's the only reason. Okay, but Adrian's tone isn't as dark as Elon. It's lighter, more enunciated on certain consonants. The only way we can find out if it's actually Elon or not is if we get them to do a USA chant. If Adrian Dittman does a USA chant and it sounds like USA, USA, that's it. Because no one f***s that chant up. Okay? No one. The only person that has ever f***ed that chant up is Elon Musk. It's like you're physically incapable of saying it in the way that Elon says it. USA, USA, USA. Oh, pure dark MAGA. No one is capable of doing that. You have to train super long and super hard to say it that wrong. Dark MAGA, pure.
Because this individual does not represent this, therefore they are against the MAGA movement and whatever Donald Trump is. And also that somehow there was a donation made to, I think, Ro Khanna. And because the donation made to Ro Khanna, because Ro Khanna was somebody who advocated for the impeachment of Donald Trump after January 6 in 2021, that this is somehow a thing that will become a risk for Donald Trump now. Even though, technically speaking, the entire logic of this individual, Laura Loomer here, who posted this, who launched the attack, it's very flawed because of the fact that the current promise of 2024 from Trump's campaign is different on the H-1B level than the promise in 2016. So with that in mind, she then decided, hey, I'm going to release the document where it states the donation, and didn't either intentionally or due to lack of basic capabilities in terms of how to redact shit, which is basically the easiest thing to do. She left the address partially unredacted to the point where you could definitely still get the address. And because this violates X's policy on revealing personal information.
That's so funny that he says this, by the way, when that is not a real thing that X prosecutes. I can't believe I just said X. Twitter does not give a shit about doxing. The notion that they would ever care about it, like the only time that I saw the Twitter not giving a shit about doxing was, or Twitter giving a shit about doxing was like JD Vance. If you are an enemy to Elon Musk, they do not give a okay? You can't track Elon Musk's plane. You can't be Stone Toss. You can't dox Stone Toss. You can't track Elon Musk's plane. But everyone else, including Nick Fuentes even, regardless of whether you think it was warranted or not, even Nick Fuentes' dox was just plastered everywhere on Twitter. He absolutely protects certain people over others, but there are a limited number of people that he defends. And everyone else is just like, nope.
She therefore got dinged, got our account locked, and the demand then from X was delete this post, and then the account was subsequently, I think, unlocked after 12 hours or something like that, which is exactly what happened. Then, because of this, the organization, since it was involved because she had an affiliate badge from the Conservatives OG, they then lost their access to the gold checkmark thing, right? They just got dropped, which means that anyone else who had the affiliate badge as well had their badge just be taken effectively because the organization was no longer subscribed, so the affiliate badges just disappeared. Poof, gone, right? And because of this, any of the profiles that had the affiliate badge now had to go through the premium verification process again.
Like, why does Elon Musk know all of this? I mean, not Elon Musk, sorry. Why does Adrian Dittman know all of this? Like, what? Like, it doesn't make sense. Why does he know all of this? It's so strange that he is completely aware of all of the background, all of the internal machinations of Twitter. It doesn't make any sense. This is a fascinating thing for me. It is fascinating. It is fascinating. This level of knowledge that this person has over all of the things that are happening inside of Twitter. My rocket fuel.
Again, just like on the system, if you like buy, for instance, the premium, Premium Plus or Premium whatever, if you get the verified badge, then basically you go through a bit of a process and you just get the badge within like a couple of days. And so they have to go through this process.
But like I said, it's like Elon supercharged. It's like Elon Musk if he was like coherent, if he was capable of holding on to a coherent thought. Why are you letting yourself be gaslit in the least? I'm telling you, he's sitting next to a guy he hired who sounds like him and they switch whenever Elon wants to emphasize a point. No, because then his speech patterns would be different, like noticeably different, because Elon Musk is never this coherent. I've never seen Elon Musk this coherent.
Process now again, because even though they were still subscribed to Premium, the badges were gone, and then technically somehow I guess it takes away the verified, and then the system has to put it back on again. And that's what had all these people lose, quote unquote, their check marks because they actually lost the affiliate badges because Laura Loomer decided, hey man, I'm going to let the citizen journalist inside of me not work as much today, not as much overtime or any time at all, and leave a address partially unredacted that then causes a violation of X's rules that then led to a locking of the account that then also led to the disabling of the gold checkmark on the Conservatives OG account, which then led to the vanishing of all badges on these people who now lost their checkmarks, and then of course the subsequent uprising and censorship allegations, which are complete bullshit. She then lied about what exactly caused it. They lied about what exactly caused it. Even though we have a clip of the person saying, the words which are, yeah, this was the post regarding this individual, and we clipped that actually. She later then denied that she said that, gaslighting me effectively on the space. But I have basically photographic memory, especially with stuff that deals with yanking chains. I have to host a conversation space every single day for multiple hours. So I have to remember exactly everything that I've said. And keeping a thought train going for an extended period of time is extremely difficult to do if you don't want to sound like an absolute rambling idiot, right? Everything has to be context dependent because it is. And so with that in mind, I knew that they were lying to me, and we were actually able to clip that. And then basically, yes, she did get the notification. She did delete the post. The account was unlocked again after 12 hours, and she's been posting saying that she's been throttled, even though she's getting just about as much, if not more, engagement than she did before, which is bullshit. Even if she's unverified, she's still getting a shit ton of engagement, a lot more than she did at baseline, which is hilarious, by the way. So, yeah, that's pretty much the summary.
Is there?
Oh, and
Twitter is worse. Stop kissing. Stop kissing. Stop kissing. Are Adrian and Elon the same person? Yes wins out resoundingly. No's are at 15%. Yeses are at 64%. A secret third thing is at 21%. That's crazy. All right, this convinced me. What is this? Like father, like son. Elon and little X at the Super Bowl. My son, little X, loves clinging precariously to my back and yelling, monkey rides. You're an amazing father, Elon. Your kids are very lucky. Okay, I'm convinced now. Nope, that's Elon. That's Elon. Never mind, that's Elon. Elon deploys the kid like a human shield to make himself seem like a normal human all the time. Do we get points for being right on the polls? No. Did Elon get good adrenochrome now that he's president? I don't know. Anyway, why do we dive into all of this? Because Elon Musk has been duking it out with Wingnut Twitter, and he ended up banning a bunch of the Groyper accounts. And now he ended up banning a bunch of the Groyper accounts that like came after him and yelled at him. Okay. And it's awesome. Look at this. He's completely unhinged and personally suspending people who post fake tweets from him. Something that happens thousands of times a day. USA Reject said Elon deleted this tweet. Investing in Americans is actually hard, really hard. It costs money and time and effort to make a person productive. It's a short-term net loss. It's much easier to bring in skilled workers who might not do quite a good job, but will work for a fraction of the cost and be happy just to be there. This is a lie. Do you make this lie? I found it elsewhere. Is it fake? Where did you find this lie? It was posted on Reddit. My mistake. I didn't realize it was forged. Liar. And then he banned the account. He suspended the account, dude. You're a liar. USA. You're a mini bobini. You're a liar. And then deleted his posts. Yeah, no, he clapped him. I know. You're just showing me the same tweet I'm looking at. This is a deliberate lie. Do you make it? Did you get fooled, or are you deliberately showing a fake post? If you say that's fake, I'll remove it immediately. I've seen it on multiple places, so I thought it was legitimate. My apologies, sir. Tracing the fake post to source. Where did you see it? Okay, this makes me feel like it's not a fake post, and that he actually tweeted and deleted it, and now he's trying to find who actually logged it. Okay, this is now making me. At first I thought it was probably fake, but now I'm thinking maybe he did. Where did you find this lie? Wait, what do you mean he deleted his post? Oh, he deleted his own posts that were responding to it as well. Okay, all I'm going to say is this. If there's one thing we all know from this wonderful experience, is that Elon Musk is the most jobless man in America. Okay? There is no better indication that Elon Musk, as a billionaire, as the wealthiest billionaire on the planet, is once again proving to all with eyes to see that billionaires don't do dick. Okay? This is something I hope people can take away from this process once again. Meritocracy is a lie, and Elon Musk is not working harder than the average American. He's not working smarter than the average American. He literally doesn't do shit, okay? He just has money. He lucked into a lot of money. He conned his way into getting a ton of government subsidies, taxpayer-funded subsidies, and he just spiraled upwards, okay? He bouldered his way into this level of wealth. And once you get to a certain point where a lot of other powerful institutions are also making money off of your success, there is this delicate balance. There is this insane amount of systemic support that you're gonna get because other wealthy individuals are also invested in your success. Now, of course, another funny aspect of this, of course, is that Trump is supporting immigration visas backed by Musk. I have many H-1B visas on my properties. Yeah, Steve Bannon refers to Elon Musk as a toddler. Someone please notify Child Protective Services on Getter. Steve Bannon is on Getter. The last guy. Japanese soldier still fighting the war 39 years later. Steve Bannon on Getter. Someone please notify Child Protective Services needs to do a wellness check on this toddler. The reason I'm in America, along with so many critical people who built SpaceX, Tesla, and hundreds of other companies that made America strong, is because of H-1B. Okay. One, flag on the play. Flag on the play. I might be wrong on this, but Elon Musk is lying here. Tesla, yes. Tesla utilizes H-1B visas. Having said that, however, SpaceX cannot. Why? because SpaceX is a defense contractor. And as a government contractor working in the field of aerospace, you cannot hire H-1B visa workers. Just saying. As far as I know, you are not allowed to hire H-1B visa workers. They have to be American citizens, either naturalized or born. Now that part is incorrect. Having said that, Tesla does utilize, from what I understand. This is fact. I work in aerospace. Yes. You cannot hire non-Americans. At most, I think you can hire like part of the it's not even like Five Eyes, but I'm pretty sure you can only hire American citizens that have like a proper level of vetting. Murat, verify this, please. You know he only knows this because Murat told him he wouldn't know anything about it otherwise. Excuse me. You're 100% correct. So how about you shut the f up? Okay. Who cares where I got this information from? Is it like ITAR restrictions? Is that what it's called? No, they don't have to have top secret level clearance, security clearance. That's not correct. I mean, depending on what you're working on, but there's a specification for it. I think it might be ITAR. I forget what it's called. No foreign nationals where no foreign or classified documents are used. Yes, in certain parts of defense, if you're a government contractor, you can't. If you're a government contractor working in defense, you can't actually. You can't be a non-U.S. citizen. EAR, ITAR, we can't have offshore accountants work on specific clients in public accounting. But yes, if you're a government contractor, you probably have some level of security clearance regardless, but this is a separate thing as well. They can work on aspects of projects, but nothing following ITAR restrictions, i.e. performance data. Any non-U.S. citizen must be escorted through our facility at all times. They cannot look at any of the prints or us on our network. Can tech companies thrive without H-1B visas? Elon Musk's SpaceX sure is. Wait, what? This article quite literally shows the opposite. The article headline at least says SpaceX is thriving without H-1B visas. Chatter, you sent the article saying like, no, this article says otherwise. Elon Musk defends the H-1B visa as a necessary component to empower Vivek, MAGA faithful. SpaceX, which is privately held, has an estimated market capitalization of roughly $350 billion based on a secondary share sale. That would make it one of the top 30 companies by market cap in the country. The company has had a banner year. Is Starlink. This is the worst part about Elon Musk is that like low key, Teslas are dog shit. I mean, high key Teslas are dog shit. But SpaceX, I hate to give him any credit whatsoever. I hate to give anything that he's associated with any credit. But SpaceX genuinely carries this person. In terms of innovation, Starlink is incredible. It really is. Not only is Starlink awesome, but also a lot of what SpaceX is doing is also pretty innovative. I hate it. I don't want to admit it. I know for a fact that people that work at SpaceX don't like their jobs in general. They despise working under Elon, but it is genuinely innovative. And unfortunately, this is the one aspect of public-private partnership where in the field of tech innovation, when you are no longer beholden to red tape that the government puts on you unnecessarily, you end up getting the same sizable sum from the government in the form of public funding. But then they don't turn around and restrict your, they don't turn around and turn off the money faucet in the same way that they can do with NASA. So basically what ends up happening is you have all the NASA talent, you have all the NASA research, you have all the public funding, but then some dumbass 900-year-old congressperson can't turn around and be like, I don't understand this space shit. Were you hit with a stroke gun? Yeah. And I think that in a perfect universe, I wish that SpaceX could go back to being under government control and work under NASA as it is. It's just that I wish, like I said, I wish that we would still focus on innovation in space tech without government restriction. That's stupid. Starlink fucks over on the ground astronomy observations. Can you explain Starlink to me like I'm a 5-year-old? Yeah, it's a network of satellites that offer you you know, internet access in many parts of the globe. It's very successful and it's very good. It does create a lot of space pollution from what I understand, but was good. All right. Yes, but you put people in danger as a result. A friend of mine had to dip out of Blue Origin because of the things he saw happen there. He didn't want to be around for the audit when they inevitably kill someone. Bannon compares Elon to Hitler.
Capitalism and Elon Musk. And by the way, when we cut him off, he went begging. He went begging the CCP, and that's why they have the joint venture in Shanghai, the Tesla, which is 100% of his value, right? This guy lives on government contracts and taxpayer subsidies, okay? It's all, we're going to get Joe Allen in here for a second to transform it. Elon Musk, once again, brother, I'm smart enough to tell you no to your face, and I'm evil enough to be able to expose you as a running dog for the greatest enemy this nation's ever had. You are a war profiteer. You're sleeping with the enemy, brother, and you've been doing.
I don't understand. When Steve Bannon compares someone to Hitler, is that like, is he actually hyping them up? Like, this is a little bit confusing to me because Steve Bannon is like, he loves Adolf Hitler. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Doing it because you're not an American nationalist. You're not even an American. All you are is a globalist, okay? A globalist. And you will go where anybody writes you a check, and you would take it from Adolf Hitler himself because you're taking it from people that are as bad as Adolf Hitler. The murderous regime of the Chinese Communist Party, which you praised on their 100th anniversary. Let me bring it.
Bro, you cannot be serious with that fit. Are you going to actually wear that? Bro, look at this man, dude. That's crazy. The fact that you are even entertaining this shirt is wild to me.
What do you mean?
What did you get? Books again? Nerd ass.
This is my Nosferatu fit.
You're like a child who went and watched a movie and now thinks he's Superman.
Actually, I'll have you know that my name is Thomas Hutter.
I don't know. Is that a Nosferatu reference?
Yeah, you would know that if you saw the movie.
I did not see the movie.
Real ones. No.
Anyway, Lola, what are we doing today? You want to explain to people what we're doing today?